Welcome back to a new video. I start this video with adding a network card, but we'll end with something very different. So let's go! I got myself an old computer from the 90s. It's a Compac. It's got a Pentium II processor with MMX technology. Check it out.
And we got a Sound Blaster AWE64 and an old diamond video card. I'm gonna check what it's going to do, but there is USB on here, but you know, Windows 95, there's 95 on this machine. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't think so.
Correction, USB on a Windows 95 computer is possible. It has some workarounds, but it is possible.
What we could do is do this. Still had one of these. The other one is already in use on another computer. So I still have one left. I'm gonna install it in this computer on a slot here.
As you can see, this is a simple RealTek network card. Very small. It does its job, nothing more, nothing less. It's more than enough for this Windows 95 compact computer. Putting in this new card should be very simple. It's actually quite hard, and I'll show you why.
Okay, I'm holding it tight now. It's not lining up like it should, you know? See? The last pin is at the block and I'm already against the plate. Or I have a card that's just too wide. I don't know.
This means I have to push with force to get it in, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to try one of the upper slots first, see if it fits there without any friction, and otherwise I have to try something else.
That didn't work. So I now place the whole cabinet on its side so it's flat on my table. I released all the screws, all the charks of the motherboard, and I want to try figure out if I can just move it a little bit. That's not a screw. From the side, and this way I will be able to place the cards. So it's loose now, so maybe I can just move I move the motherboard just a little bit to the right. Not much, just enough. I couldn't do it any further. So now, and I also dented these bars a little bit to the other side, to the left, just to get a little bit space. Just need a millimeter. So that's going to be the lower, and it should fit right now. Just like, yeah, you see, block there. That's it. It fits. Screws in, and voila. I got a few packages from the mail. I'm gonna open them. I'm about to use this one for my first game port MIDI cable. Wow, even with the joystick add-on. I have two MIDI, only I can't see what is in and what's out, so I have to figure it out manually and then I put a sticker on it or something. Put it in the game port of the sound card. Second package, I already opened it. And it's the connection for the output of the MIDI sound module. And we have to bigger ones, speaker jacks. I want to test them out on my KORG. I have a KORG synthesizer, and it can also be used as a sound module. So I'm just curious what kind of sound it produces. I have a computer, but first we're gonna open these up. Okay, cool. Nice plug. And we have the two stereos. Then we have this one. This should fit. I'm not totally sure if it will. And it should pop over there. Yes! Perfect. They look nice, by the way. Yes. Check it out. These go into the back. Okay, I hope I can show you. Here's my KORG. I'm going to use as a sound module. It's a microKORG XL. It produces some really fucking nice sounds. It's really nice. And then we have our tower here. It's an old Compac. And on the back, here we have our sound card. Sound Blaster AWE64. That's perfect for this test. I will first hook up the MIDI device. I'm gonna turn it around. And we're going against the clock, so to speak. The output of the MIDI goes in here. Then the sound module creates sound and it goes out here again. So what we do is we need to plug in the red for right and the white for left. This cable goes back to the Sound Blaster line in. I have two MIDI, but I don't know which one is out and which one is in. So we have to test which one is what. This is in. 50-50. We'll plug this one in and call it the output of the Sound Blaster. Next step, it's a bit dark. I'm gonna take out the network cable. Here we plug in our game port. Like this. That's okay. And line in is all the way here. There goes the white cable. And there. MIDI goes out here to the keyboard. Keyboard sound module. Blah, 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 blah. Transforms it to the output. And output goes back to the Sound Blaster, which is connected to the speakers. Here's a speaker. And there's another speaker. Here's the manual. I didn't have the original, so I printed it from the internet. And well, here it says page 80, MIDI 80. So we go to page 80. Wow, options. Here, connecting MIDI devices / computers. And this is MIDI out. And then it goes to a tone generator. We don't want that. We're not going from this to another device. Then we have this one here. Controlling the migroKORG tones generator from an external MIDI device. That's also not it. And then we have this one. No, also not it. Then we have this one. Connecting an external MIDI sequencer or computer, etc. Here we have a PC. And we have a MIDI interface. Well, we don't have that one. We're just going straight from our Sound Blaster to this microKORG XL. And it says here, if you want to record your performance of the microKORG XL's keyboard into your external MIDI sequencer / computer via a MIDI interface, or use the microKORG XL as a combination of controller, keyboard, and MIDI sound module. Bingo. Or use the editor librarian software included with the microKORG XL. So this way it goes in and out. That's also nice. So you can put data, MIDI data from your computer into the machine and then output it to speakers. And that's what we're gonna do. And I'm very curious what kind of sound this migroKORG has in its sound library. If it's any good, I don't have high hopes, because here's also explained what you have to do with the settings, with the knobs. You have knob 1, 2, and 3. We have to set those to the right settings to be able to use it the way we want to use it, as a MIDI sound module. I think I know what to do, but things are not going completely right. Here it says routing MIDI plus USB, and I'll put it to MIDI with this control. You can see I can set it plus USB, USB, MIDI. And now I want to test some music, so I'll start the music by pressing enter, and the display changes. I activated my microKORG and I found out which connector is the out for my MIDI game port out to the MIDI device. We're gonna try and use this as a sound module, the microKORG XL, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's not possible. It can only load 2 channels simultaneously, and I booted up DOS on my Windows 95 computer, and Windows 95 doesn't support SoftMPU. I also installed SoftMPU to be able to emulate this whole stuff. I'll first start up Windows again, just show you what happens. It only can produce 2 sounds. 2 MIDI channels can only be set simultaneously. The button assign common assign, and now here we can choose a voice module single, but we want multi. That means you can use 2 layers, or two layers of keys, and each layer has only 1 MIDI channel. Oh, now listen. So that's all I could do. It inputs correctly in here, but the output doesn't go to my speakers. There's no sound coming through this back into the device. And I'll show you. I have it here. We're back in Windows. Since Windows is wrong, I just start in MS-DOS mode, and then you're gonna see it's installed MPU, SoftMPU, and it's active on port 330 IRQ5. Well, we're going to start up Duke 3D, Duke Nukem 3D, because in the setup you can test with sound and with music. And that way it's easy to test this MIDI device. It's pretty funny actually. But so it's not possible to generate the whole stuff. I just set it to General MIDI and channel, and now we can test music. When I start test music, all the channels will be activated, but only 2 can be played simultaneously on this machine. It's a pretty lousy sound module, but it doesn't matter. You can change all the sounds. Let's start it up. I put the volume on full, and we can hear it. Wow, what a sound. Okay, gonna change the sound. This piano. Okay, now we only have one voice, 1 channel. I'm gonna add an extra channel, single voice, multi-voice, and then we select timbre 2 and channel 2. There you hear the second voice. But the weird thing is, it's not piano. It's a different voice. You can also choose which voice you want to use for it, but I haven't done that yet. Channel 5 selected now. Channel 6, let's try channel 6 if it has something to say. It does. 5 is an extra layer of noise on top of it. Now we're going to change another program. Strings. Wah guitar. Brass. I'm gonna do some kind of bass funny thing, and now I'm gonna add a second voice again. Try voice 4 again. It will come soon. Well, that's all you can do with it. Just two voices, 2 MIDI channels, and well, I can only change channel 1 at the moment to different sounds. And if I want to change the second channel, I have to preset it in settings. There's no sound going to my speakers, because if I shut it down and I do the test sound, you'll hear stereo, but no sound, not even a little bit coming from. It's only coming from my headphones here. Yeah. Well, that's it. You can use it as a sound module, but only 2 channels. Play it like this. The sounds are pretty cool though, but no, you're still missing the other channels. That's too bad. So now we have to look for a real sound module and do the real thing. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of extra on the migroKORG because it's such a funny device. Okay, I've set it to mellow bell, and here I can change each variable that's created this sound. So we could change the oscillator. We can't change tempo because it's can give it more depth. We can shorten it. Then we have filters type. Make it fuller. We can make it more softer. And what else? A little bit more aggressive, maybe. Nah, it's too much. A little bit less. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, we're just gonna create our own sound. When the light starts to blink, we're at the original value, the default. Okay, let's try the last one. Let's give it a bit of airy extra on the edge. 150. Okay, now. Okay, let's keep it to this. Let's keep these settings and add the second. Mode. Yeah, voice. Okay, here we are. Finally. Hey, you can already hear extra sounds now. Well, listen to it like this. You get a completely different experience. Actually, not bad. Put the 6. 6 has a different solo somewhere. Let's wait for it. Okay, well, so you can create your own weird sounds. Edit them with this, just like you do on any other. Add more cut off, more resonance. Okay, and then set it up again. Then you get this. If you like this. Well,
Time to experiment with a real MIDI sound module. The Roland Sound Canvas Mark II. To be continued. When? I don't know.